Hey, Guy Kenny here, Ken Small Engines. Well, here's a job where you have to make the decision, fix it or not. All right, guy brought it by. It's a cheapo Husqvarna Electrolux Weed Eater, 22-inch. All right, hadn't been running a while. He said he likes it because it's very light. He has to lift it over a fence. What was wrong with it? Basically, the control cable. It's got a big kink in it, so it doesn't work properly, okay? And, that's between $15, $20 with shipping, okay? So there's $20 right there. But the main problem is that tank, that Briggs Classic tank. I mean, it'll run, don't get me wrong, but the tank has some holes in it in the bottom. It was sitting outside, it developed some rot, and it has some holes in it. So I've been offered some tanks from some subscribers, say 20, 30 bucks, this and that. But by the time you add it up, you got 20, 30 bucks for a tank, okay? Say $20 for cable, that's 50. You're gonna have to put gaskets and diaphragms when you take the carb off. I wouldn't reuse them, I'd put new in. That's another, say 10 bucks. Okay, that's 60. And say you charge 40 bucks for an hour of labor for all of it, okay? That's 100 bucks. $100 for this thing that probably was 100 brand new, 20 years ago. So I called him up and I said, look, it's a decent engine, don't get me wrong. I said, but I'm gonna be looking at $30 for the tank, 20 for the cable, labor. You're probably talking 100 bucks all said and done. And he finally came back and he said, forget it. So I don't know if he's gonna pick this thing up or what he's gonna do, but at this point, I was looking at it, it's a 1996. So the thing is basically 26 years old. I mean, a nice little mower for a little push mower, but for what it needs, you could tell he's band-aided it a few times with some zip ties on the control cable, but the control cable's kinked, it doesn't work properly. He's got the old hold the bale down with the piece of rope, but at this point you can see all the gas that leaked out of it. All right, I filled it up maybe half full and it's just pouring out. You could see it dripping out the bottom of the tank. What would you guys do? I mean, at this point, can I use it for parts? Yeah. If I ever find maybe a scrap tank, if anyone has a scrap tank, I could throw that on there. I mean, that's really what the cost is. If it was just the cable, I could probably get a cable shipped for, 15, 20 bucks. That's 20. And if I could find a cheap tank, but nobody around here keeps these classics. They throw them out. They're cheap mowers. They just throw them out. So tell me what you think, guys. I mean, needs a tank, needs a control cable, blade sharpened, so forth. It does run. I actually got it running. But the leak in the tank, like I said, it is pissing out. It'll go through a whole tank of fuel, leaking out in about 20 minutes. So it's a pretty good leak. Let me know what you think. There are times when we get equipment in and we have to say no thanks, or here's what it is. What do you think? And, this guy texted me back, co-worker, nice guy. He said, you know what? Forget it. So we'll see. Either he's going to come and grab it or he's going to say use it for parts. So I'm not really a hoarder for parts in my backyard. My neighbors don't really like that. So who knows? But let me know what you think, guys. All right, that's it for now. We will talk to you soon.